always right at the beginning of school, we'd be talking about how much we got to do, and Jim would be like, I'm ready, let's go. I'm ready to start teaching tomorrow. Bring me the kids. And
Jim's a great teacher. Every morning I can tell what kind of mood he's in because I either hear super loud music or yelling.
Jim's loud. And it's cool because like my kids will learn economics and world history at the same time.
And what I'm going to miss most about Jim is our meetings in between classes in the hallway and all the stories that he tells us about his time growing up during the Civil War.
Really enjoy working with you, hanging out in the hallway after the classroom bell starts for 5 or 10, whatever.
Jim's what I call an old school teacher.
Loud, but somebody who really loved kids, loved his job.
And he teaches not only from those books, but from his knowledge and experience as a teacher.
Jim's just a real good man. A couple times when I've been sick or my wife's been sick, he would call.
Jim, I want to thank you for being such a kind friend to me.
Me at the house to see how we're doing. And I'm just checking on you to see, make sure you're okay. And, he's visited, various people in the hospital, things that nobody will say about Jim, but Jim does. He is that kind of a giving person.
You are extremely generous, and I'm going to miss you terribly.
You're a good man, and I will miss you. Have fun with retirement, have fun with travel, have fun with swimming.
I hope you have a wonderful retirement, and I hope that you'll let me know if you need anything. Enjoy your retirement.
Have fun sleeping in and not having to get here at 6:30 in the morning. And I know we'll run into each other again.
I was really prepared for her retirement. I didn't think it would be that big a deal. But then when push came to shove and she wasn't here, it was very emotional the first couple of days, definitely. I mean, it still is. I still miss her.
Okay, of course, I first met Phyllis in 1982 when she started here at Dobie.
Phyllis and I go way back as far as colleagues here at Dobie. I think we started together in 1981 or 82.
She had, of course, she's always had her blonde hair, but it was very, very curly and fluffy, and that's been a nickname of hers for quite a long time.
She is one of the best teachers I've ever seen, bar none.
She definitely got her students involved. She had a way of connecting with them. She didn't take any nonsense or any excuses from them, and she got a lot out of them.
I worked with her at the old Dobie. She was actually floated into my room, and I got to sit in her class every day there for a whole year, I think maybe 2 years, and she was awesome.
Outstanding. Very strong teacher. One that I admired.
I remember her going, of course, from being a special ed teacher to ESL and social studies. And then by the 90s, she had finished her second master's degree in counseling. And she announced that she wanted to go into the counseling office. Typical Phyllis, she gave it probably 200% at least. And I think she was an excellent counselor. She did a lot of things with the students, one of which was starting up a group called STEER. Don't ask me what it stands for, but it was for students who come to school with a lot of emotional baggage.
She engaged the kids, and she was extremely aware of how important her content was.
She helped a lot of students through that group and in other things she did in the counseling position.
An amazing all-around teacher.
Definitely. She, to me, ranks right up there with Dobie's top teachers.
One of the best teachers I think we had in the building.
Over the years, we have done a lot of things together, a lot of traveling from New York to Seattle to Caribbean cruises and trips to England.
She and I think it was Coach Garrison or Morgan over at the old building came into my room one day and kind of stormed in. We're going to try and disturb things a little bit, which is not completely unusual, although it happened to be one of those days when Peggy Walters was doing my observation. And I'll never forget that Phyllis turned one of the prettiest shades of red I've ever seen and apologized for days after that, even though it really wasn't that big a deal.
And I know she had a tremendous impact on many lives, because over the years I have read a lot of letters that students have written to her after they graduated.
And I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm sure glad that you touched my life.
To Phyllis, to Fluff, I say, happy retirement. Glad you joined the group.
Phyllis, obviously I miss you. I'm envious of you.
Phyllis, well, we miss you up here. Love you to death. Congratulations on your retirement. Congratulations on a great career.
Well, I've known Judy from when I worked at my previous school, so Judy was a welcome face.
When I first came to Dobie, Judy came in and kind of took me under her wing and showed me all of the different programs, and each afternoon she would come in my room and explain a different one or show me what she had done with her students that day.
Judy was great. I was a floater, so I had to share her room, and that was always interesting.
First thing I noticed about Judy, she warned me that she had been in the military, and when she stands at her door, before the students walk in with their ID check, you can go in, and it's pretty much military order around her room.
Judy is from the old school.
The students are going to miss out on the structure that she provides for them.
Judy's desk is very unusual.
If you know Judy, you've seen her desk, and so it was always to clear a path off so I can conduct my class, but she was very welcoming.
She has things sorted in a way that I'm not sure anybody else can understand. But if you sit and talk to her, she will explain each piece of paper to you to the best of her ability and kind of explain where she plans to do with them. And she can usually tell you about a technology workshop relating to most of those papers that's coming up soon. So she has her very own unusual system for all of this.
Well, we're going to miss her ideas. She comes up with a lot of creative ideas and finds some really interesting websites that really keep the kids engaged.
Judy, I've enjoyed working with you the past 3 years, and I will miss you coming in every day and showing me your random lunches that you brought.
Don't get too much bridge. I know you have a love for the game. And keep sending us pictures of those grandbabies. I can't wait to see them growing up.
Judy, I want to wish you the best of luck in retirement. I want you to enjoy your grandkids, traveling, playing bridge, and come by and see us sometime. We will really miss you, and good luck.
I will miss the energy that is in the room wherever Elisa goes. It can be in the office, it can be in the classroom, it can be in the hallway. Everywhere she goes, she is on a mission, she's getting something done, and it's contagious, and other people pick up on it too.
Well, I just think that she's just got a personality that makes kids buy into the program so much, and she really enjoys being around them, and the kids can feed off of that energy that she has.
Elisa does about 10 other different types of jobs outside of school. She's a full-time orchestra director. She is a church musician at First Baptist. She sells jewelry and she sells clothing. She plays piano for all kinds of events and concerts and things.
Congratulations, Miss Peterson, and enjoy retirement. I hope that you will, and I wanted to thank you once again for volunteering to not only help the students that I had pick music for my wedding, but then she also helped organize it and organize their practice, and then the day of the wedding you were there and playing, and it was a magical, beautiful thing, and I really, really can't thank you enough for that.
Last summer, she actually had a schedule conflict. Her church choir was going on a mission trip to some foreign country, but she was also asked to be the fiddle player in Theater Under the Stars production of Best Little Whorehouse in Texas down at Hobby Center. And she did the show, and so she has received ribbing from her church choir friends about that over the last year, that she couldn't go on the mission trip because she was playing fiddle in a whorehouse.
Well, I mean, I do know that Elisa and I have oftentimes had to escape the maleness of our coworkers together. So we go have our little girly times in one of our offices or the other. So that's been kind of fun.
Elisa, thank you for inviting me to come work with you at Dobie 2 years ago. It was one of the best decisions anybody ever talked me into. Thank you for all the violin lessons, because my goodness, you heard what it sounded like before you worked with me.
Well, first of all, Elisa, I'm so jealous that you get to stay home and have a lot of fun next year instead of having to be up here every day. As much as we all love our jobs, it'd be really nice to get to pick and choose when we got to come. I hope you have a great time in your retirement. I hope you get to travel and do the cruises and trips that you want to do. And I hope that you get to clinic and come back and visit the kids as much as you want to.